forget is we did not play the way we have to play football. Offensive line was a big part of that. I played the quarterback position, has improved an awful lot, or we don't have a chance to win the game. Simple.
What do you want to see more out of the quarterback?
Connection. We have receivers open today. Got to be able to hit some receivers. Some of our decision making a little bit on dumping the ball. I've got to push it down the field on some third and long situations. I think we had more opportunities to do a little bit more on the passing game. Disappointing in the running game. I don't think we left a lot on the field with this. We left a lot on the field with our passing game.
Well, your coaches got taken over. Sometimes it takes time to get adjusted to everything. Is that an issue at all? Just what you want to run and the kids understand it?
Hard to say, you know. When you lose, what's the reason? You know, new coaching staff, I think it has a lot to do with it. We've been with the guys long enough. Same coaching staff that coached in the first game of the season. Not going to use that. It's not executing the way we need to. We can play better. We've been practicing better than that. Simply that.
Penalties really hurt you guys in the first half of the game.
Penalties hurt, but other things hurt us more. You know, and again, mainly our play. Penalties, yeah, they did a little bit, but that wasn't the story of this game.
You feel like you can do more to create turnovers? You talked about before the season.
We're trying to. Believe me, every play we're trying to create a turnover and make it and take the ball away. Every down defensively, that's what we're preaching. We're not getting that done right now. Eventually, it'll come around.
What was your take on that play that was reviewed?
What was my take on it? You know, they review all of the plays up top. So I assume, what they saw, I haven't seen it. You know, of course, disagree play at the moment. But we haven't had a chance to stop them after that. So my take right now is we need to get ourselves out of those positions where there's have to make the call based on something bad that we did. And that was the case with this.
How big a turning point do you think that was?
It's a big play. Every turnover you have, especially down there, on the plus side of the ball, really hurts. And there's momentum swings throughout. That was one of them. But again, that's happened 2 weeks in a row for us. We need to clean that up. Simple as that. There were some pressure times. We got to be able to protect the ball. No excuse. Yes.
Corey Davis out wide for Western Michigan, and Western Michigan having 4 touchdowns today. Did you expect their running game to be so formidable, or was the emphasis kind of out wide on Davis?
A lot of the talk had gone on their receiver. It's a good receiver, but they're running attack offense. So while the receiver has gotten in the past has gotten a lot of yards, it's based on teams, ganging up on their run. So yeah, no, it's not like that shocked us. We went in trying to stop, their rushing attack, which we weren't able to do.
How do you not let this fester?
You just don't. You don't. You have to have a sharp memory. We're going to put this to bed as soon as we have a chance to learn from the video. It's what we're going to do. But it can't, because if we won, there'd be a lot of excitement, and then I would talk about us going into Big Ten play. That's where we are. What you can't do is let Western Michigan beat you twice. And I'm talking about hanging on to a lot of the bad things happening in this game. What we're going to do is move on. The truth of the matter, each week we're learning more and more about our football team. Some may be just who can and can't play. So you have to go through a process, which we're doing. See a lot of students in the back. Someone have a question back in the back? Yes.
Moving to the body, what are 3 things that you must emphasize to your team to put you in the best position at winning against Purdue?
See how quick he jumped on that question, pretty quick. In the bye week, what we're going to try to do, we're going to practice 2 days, and it's fundamental football. It's what we're going to do. We're not going to game plan. We're not going to move on to Nebraska yet. So we're going to go more training camp, good on good, trying to get better with some of the basic fundamentals that we're having trouble with. The other thing we're going to do through the bye week is go out recruiting. So Wednesday, we'll practice Tuesday and Wednesday. And then after that, we're going to flood the country, looking for some other prospects, other players to come in.
What can we tell the people that, like, if the air comes out, recruiting or fans or whatever?
I don't think, tell them that, you know, it's not about where we are right now. It would have been great if we went undefeated this year. And normally, whenever there's a coaching change, there's something going on. I didn't expect us to just beat everybody 100-0 right away. This is the base part of it. What I'm going to tell the fans is that, I mean, we set the bar, and now we're going to start growing from here. It's a process. I mean, it's hard winning football games, as simple as that. We eventually will get this done. And how we're going to get it done is practicing, you know, a lot better, tightening up things, and recruiting will be a part of that too.
How important is recruiting this week, given that it is the only off week
Very
for the rest of
important.
this?
And that's why we have won and everything was great right now. We have the same routine. We practice 2 times, heal up, and then get ready for this Big Ten push. But us going out and seeing JC's high school athletes in person is pretty important. Yes, in the back.
Are you worried about how your defense is going to perform in their first road test?
No, not really. Because really in the end, I don't think, whether you're at home, you know, if it was, I mean, we're at home today. We didn't perform the way we need to. I think in the end, what's happening in the stands, it's about what you do on the football field. And I think once you get in the moment, you kind of, the outside noise doesn't really affect it that much. There's some things that we need to improve on defensively, just period, whether we're at home or away. Yes.
Where do you want to see the team execute? Where do you want to see the team execute more on offensively and defensively moving forward?
Well, offensively, we have to get our running game going. Simple as that. And then when we get one-on-one situations like we did today, we have to be able to hit. There's only so many times they hit theirs. They only passed a few times, but they hit their big passing play. We had opportunities today. We need to do that offensively. And defensively, when a team rushes for that many yards against you, that's unsettling. And what we're about, taking the football away, those are a few of the areas that we're going to concentrate as we go forward.
Coach, with your teams, it's always about, like you said, the takeaways, running the ball, stopping the run. Is it disconcerting sort of that now 2 weeks in a row seems to be the same thing? You've had trouble stopping the run. The takeaways 2 weeks in a row without takeaways.
When you lose, that happens. It's not just our team. I think you talk to any team, they're going to talk about ball security on offense, taking the ball away on defense. So I don't think it's unique what we're trying to do. And when you lose, teams are disappointed. You know, half the team lost this week, same press conference. Head coach is disappointed in the play on game 3. And he's talking about game 4. That's where I am right now, talking about game 4.
Coach, you had the 4th and 1 early in the game, went for it. What happened on that play? What did you see?
They beat us up front, the way I saw it. We had a basic off-tackle power play, you know, especially early in the game. We wanted to establish. We knew it was going to be about our line. So you got to get a 4th yard, you know, 4th and short situation where they know we're running, you know, of course, and we are running. And now, who's a better man? They were that play. Yes.
Coach, from North Carolina to Western Michigan, were there any improvements that you saw as a coach?
I'm sorry?
Were there any improvements that you saw as a coach from North Carolina to Western
Any what
Michigan?
now?
Any improvements?
Improvements. Well, you know, right now when you get beat after a game like that, improvements aren't even a part of what you're thinking about. You just think about the reasons why you lost right now. So I'm sure there were some individual guys that, you know, a guy like Pat Nelson came in. We had a few players that hadn't played in the North Carolina game that had a few reps today. But right off the top, can't think of an awful lot that we did a lot better than last week. Yes?
2 tough losses in a row. What's your message for the team going forward?
2 tough losses, you know, 2 bad losses, not tough losses. 2 bad losses. We have to make a lot of improvements. But when you're disappointed like this, you can't put too much on one game. there's disappointment for this game. It has nothing to do with what we're trying to do in our Big Ten Conference. It's as simple as that. So on a gloomy day like today, you have to look to that. As long as individually we all start making some improvements, that's what we're going to talk about.
Any final questions?
Thank you.
Can I ask you just a side note, what was up with the medical tent? That seems new, right? Is that,
What was up with the what?
that little medical tent you have on the sideline there?
I mean, that's pretty low priority right now.
I was just
What
curious,
medical?
it's a different thing I haven't seen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
I know a little bit about it, but besides it being there.
Not your idea?
Well, it's my idea,
Oh,
but
it is
it's
your
no side story to it. We have a tent back there, no more than that. Thank you.
Okay, player interviews will be available down the hallway here.
We're going to class, right?
I know.